All right, hello to all. Welcome. My name is Matt, and I will be your host for the night for your virtual college fair. Um, Welcome to all. Um, we're going to go over a few notes prior to starting, and then we're going to go ahead and jump right in and hear from some great schools. Um, the first thing is, if anything that you have to ask comes up, please feel free to use the Q&A. The reps can see questions that you may have and be able to either answer you back by typing or say it when we ask at the end. Just a note that your camera and mic will be off during this time. We trust that you look great, and we trust that that you laugh at all of our jokes, but just know that you can sit back and take in all of this without being on camera or mic. This is session 2 of the night out of 3. So if you'd like to sign up for more, please feel free. And also know that this is your college journey. Sign up for more virtual visits. All of our schools have wonderful ways to talk about how you can hear more about them. And please do. This is your time to really figure out what is best for you. And just a note that in about a week's time, a filming of this will be at the same link where you signed up. So if you'd like to look back on it and take more notes, if now is the time where you just kind of need to take it all in, that is okay. You can see more about this in about a week. So just as a note, we are in session B3 right here. The order of schools that you will see are listed here as well. And if there's more you'd like to hear either later on this night or some that you'd like to hear about further, please take note as well. With that being said, we're going to hear from our first school, William Paterson University.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kyle DeVeza, and I'm an admissions counselor and proud alum of William Paterson University. So a little bit about us. We are located in Wayne, New Jersey, roughly 20 miles outside of New York City. We were founded in 1855, and fun fact, we are actually the third oldest institution in New Jersey. We are known for exceptional education at an affordable price, and we actually have 43 Fulbright scholars among our faculty. We are considered one of the most diverse institutions in New Jersey, and we are home to about 11,000 undergraduate students. Of the 11,000, about 30% live on campus, 50% of which are freshmen. Students have guaranteed housing all 4 years of their academic career. We also have a ton of activities such as 13 Division III intercollegiate sports, as well as 120 different clubs, organizations, as well as Greek life. We were also recently named a Hispanic serving institution as well. For academics, we are home to 5 academic colleges, over 250 majors, minors, and concentrations. Students often ask me which are the most popular of the 250, and I would have to say, just based off popularity, they would have to be nursing, business, psychology, criminal justice, and music as well. So the application process is very easy for William Paterson. We are test optional, so really 2 steps are needed for an applicant. First, submit an application online. We have our own William Paterson application, but we are also partnered with Common App. Second, please request official documentation to be sent electronically, specifically from your school counselor. This make sure that there's a Naviance Common App question. Please do not skip it if your school is part of Naviance. And test scores directly from College Board or ACT. This is only meant for students who were able to take the SATs or ACTs. However, again, we are test optional. As a reminder, the application fee for our students can actually be waived if students are able to do a campus visit. we are offering a ton of virtual campus visit options for students, as well as small group in-person tours at this time. You can make a reservation for either option on our website or follow this link that you see here, wpunj.edu/campus visit. And this is the freshman counseling team. So we'd love to assist any students, whether you've never heard of us before, or if you have any specific questions about William Paterson or a specific academic major. Of course, I don't have enough time to list all 250 majors, but I'd love to help you and your college search process. So here is the contact information broken down by county. So you can see I'm the first counselor here on the page, but feel free, even if you're not in one of my counties, to reach out via email or cell. You can text me if you'd like, and I'd be happy to assist you in any way. So thank you again for having me, and I hope to hear from you. Feel free to message me in the chat. I'll be here for this whole session today. Thanks again.
Thank you so much. And just a note, students, as you hear from the college, once again, Q&A is there for you to use. Whether you'd like to ask just one school or the group as a whole, just make a note when you type what you need. With that being said, our next school that we will hear from is St. John's University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Anika Good, admissions counselor at St. John's University. Although I'm not an alumni of the institution, I have been working at the university for about 3 years. I'm also currently enrolled in our doctoral program. So welcome, and let's see what awaits for fall 2021. So St. John's University has several different locations located throughout New York City. So our main campus, which is pictured here, is in the borough of Queens. We also have a business school that is located outside of the city in Manhattan, as well as a satellite campus in Staten Island. So for students that are from Jersey, we are within a commutable distance. If you are interested in staying close to home, our Staten Island campus may be a great option for you. If not, all of our academic programs and Division I athletic programs are on our Queens campus. So a little bit more about who we are as an institution. We were founded in 1870, so we are a Catholic Vincentian institution. Although we identify as Catholic, around 50% of our students identify as Catholic, the other 50% do not. We have a total of 7 locations. So again, our main campus is out in Queens, satellite campus in Staten Island, business school in Manhattan, graduate programs offered out in Long Island, and then 3 campuses abroad, Paris, Rome, and Limerick, Ireland. So if you are interested in receiving a global learning opportunity, we definitely have that opportunity available to you. I actually visited our Paris campus, so if you have any questions regarding that in particular, definitely feel free to drop that in the chat. We were ranked #1 Catholic institution as it pertains to student mobility. And then to kind of segue, around 94.3% of all of our graduates are either employed or in a graduate level program within 6 months of graduation. So that really attests to what our students are doing after graduating and receiving their degree. So we have around 17,000 undergraduate students. So we are a medium-sized Catholic institution. Our student to faculty ratio is around 17:1. So what that means is for every student that we have, every 17 students that we have, there is a faculty member that is there to support you. We are a very diverse institution. So we do get students roughly from around 46 out of the 50 states in the US in 119 countries thus far. So explore your options. At St. John's, we have a plethora of different majors for students to choose from. Our most popular, most competitive program remains our 6-year PharmD program. So if you are a student that is interested in STEM or the health sciences, we definitely have a variety of different programs for you to choose from. We also have a very competitive business school. We share the same accreditation as Harvard and NYU. So if you are interested in going to a very competitive institution and you're interested within the realm of business, we have that to offer to you. Criminal justice, homeland security are also very popular programs. And lastly, we are a liberal arts institution. So anything within the social sciences and liberal arts, we can definitely provide that level of expertise to our students as well. And these photos throughout this presentation are just showing and attesting to our diversity that we have on campus. Queens overall is a very diverse place in New York City. So life on campus, although we are located in New York City, we do offer housing. This is our residence village. So if you are a student coming from Jersey and you are interested in living on campus, that is an option that is afforded to you. We do guarantee housing for our first year students. And typically, thus far, we have not had to turn any students away if they were interested in living on campus for all 4 years. We also allow our first year students to have a car on campus. These are just some photos of our dorms. Students typically either choose from a double or a triple as a first year student. We do not have any communal bathrooms, so you're not going to be required to leave your dorm to utilize the restroom or take a shower. So that's definitely a great perk. Our first year students can also have a car on campus their first year. Again, this is talking more about our study abroad opportunities. Again, Paris, Rome, and Limerick, Ireland. If you are interested in studying abroad, I have visited one of our campuses, so definitely feel free to drop those questions in the chat. All of our students have the luxury of studying abroad, anywhere from as short as 2 weeks to as long as an entire year abroad. We are Division I in athletics, so we do have 17 Division I athletic programs to choose from. We're known for our men's basketball team that actually plays at Madison Square Garden. You can find your niche here. Again, very diverse institution, a lot of ways to get involved, whether you're interested in Greek-like or things of that nature. These are some of our top internships at top companies. And lastly, how to apply. We are a test optional institution, so students are not required to submit their test scores if they are interested in applying. You will access our application via the Common App or the St. John's University application. A personal essay is not required but recommended. And then lastly, if you want to connect with me, here's my information. I'll also be available via the chat. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. The next school you will hear from is Goldey-Beacom College.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Valerie and I represent Goldey-Beacom College. So we are located in Wilmington, Delaware. As you can see on the map, we're about an hour from Philadelphia, an hour from Baltimore, about 2.5 hours from DC and from New York City. This is just a few fun facts about our school. So the student to faculty ratio is 20:1. We have 25 degree options as well as 41, including our MBA degrees. 54% of our freshmen live on campus. And with that being said, you're allowed to have your car on campus as well. There's no additional charge for that. 3-day weekends every single weekend. So we don't offer Friday classes ever. And then we are Division II in athletics and we have 13 sports. This has a list of all of our majors on it. So our most popular degrees are business admin degree, criminal justice, and psychology. So all the white are our concentrations in business. Here is a list of all of our sports. So we do have men's and women's basketball, cross country, soccer, and track and field. And we also have men's golf and baseball and women's softball, tennis, and volleyball. So applying for our school, we do have a free application. It's right on our website. The only thing that we request from you is to have your high school transcript sent to us, as well as your SAT or ACT scores. We also will take a screenshot of those scores as long as we can see both sections and the total score and your name. So New for the fall of 2021, we actually cut our tuition in half. So for 30 credit hours or 5 courses, our tuition is $12,750. And with that being said, if you kind of match yourself up on this next grid with ACT scores or SAT scores compared to your GPA, you can kind of find out what merit scholarship that you will be awarded. So for instance, if you're receiving $5,000, you would subtract that from the $12,750. So our tuition is the same for in-state, out-of-state, or international students. This right here is just an overview of our campus. So you can see we do have 5 different residence halls on campus, and then we have the Fulmer Center and the Jones Center. So the Fulmer Center is where all of your courses are going to be held. And then the Jones Center has our student lounge, it has our athletics, you'll find the gym, the library, and the food services. So right here, this is actually new, starting this spring. We have a all you care to eat, and we have meal options. We have brick oven pizza, we have a Starbucks on campus, as well as grab and go options. So our freshman or first year students have 2 options as far as living on campus. We have Leach Hall, which is an apartment style. So it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen, and a living room area. And then we have Fronta Hall. So this is brand new. There's singles and there are doubles as well. Each floor has lounges and study areas. And then this is over in our Jones Center. So this is where student affairs is, the library, and the cafeteria. And these are just a bunch of different clubs and organizations that we have on campus. So every year we hold 2 career fairs. So this is almost like a college fair, but with different businesses on campus. This is something that you can start as early as your freshman year, and 90% of GBC students find placement within 3 months of graduating. We do have information sessions being held on campus at this time. They meet 1 Saturday a month. You can register for those online if you are interested. And then this right here is just my contact information. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and give me a phone call or shoot me an email. I will also be available on the chat.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Our next school that you will hear from tonight is Springfield College.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Georgie Mavrogeorgis. I am one of the admissions counselors at Springfield College. I am going to go ahead and start. Oops. Be helpful if we started from the beginning. Alrighty, so this is a beautiful photo of the front of Springfield College. So a little bit about Springfield College. We're about 135 years old. We're actually the birthplace of basketball. So a graduate student by the name of James Naismith actually created basketball as one of his projects in graduate school as a way to help keep the football players in shape during the winter months. So one thing that is super important at Springfield College is our humanics philosophy. It's basically our mission statement here at Springfield College. If you ask any of our students at Springfield College what our humanics philosophy is, they'll all be able to tell you. It's educating students in spirit, mind, and body for leadership and service to others. So at Springfield College, we want to make sure our students are well-rounded so that when they graduate, they're able to take things that they've learned at college to the real world, not just learning academics, but also learning leadership skills as well. So this is a little screenshot of our college campus. Springfield is about an hour-and-a-half drive from Boston. It's about an hour drive to the shore, an hour drive to the mountains, and then about a 2-hour drive to New York City. So there are a lot of areas that you can visit that are close by to Springfield. Connecticut is about a 10-minute drive, so it's not too far. Springfield College is one unified campus, so there's no main roads dividing the campus up. Along Lake Massasoit, you can see some of our residence halls. So our first year halls are facing the lake, so it's absolutely gorgeous. You can walk to the academic buildings as well as the dining halls in under 10 minutes, which is really nice. We also have a part of campus called East Campus, which you can't really see from this photo, but it's about 55 acres of forest land. There's high ropes courses, there's low ropes courses, there's equipment rentals there if you like kayaking or paddleboarding. There's a yoga studio, there's an outdoor classroom, there's hiking trails as well as cross-country skiing trails. So we have about 40 plus majors at Springfield College. Our class sizes are about 20 students per class, but for those 100 level courses, entry level classes, they could have up to 60 students, but they get broken down into about 20 students, so 3 different lab sections if there is a lab section to that course. Our most popular majors at Springfield College are direct entry programs, so physical therapy, athletic training, occupational therapy, and physician assistant, as well as our education programs and sports journalism and sports marketing. So we like to say that we have a 3-tier system to athletics. So we have intramural sports, we have club sports, and we have Division III athletics. We're within the top 5% of Division III athletics, and we have 26 different varsity teams for our students. So a little bit about the application process. Right now, we are doing an application fee waiver. So if you apply through the common application, you'll just click the Springfield College Book Award. We do one essay that's through the common app as well. We require your high school transcripts. For fall of 2021, all SAT and ACT scores are being waived. There's one academic reference that is necessary. Then we do recommend you do a personal interview just so we get to know a little bit more about you as a student and you personally to see if you'll fit in here at Springfield College. So it's a pretty easy application process. And then scholarship and tuition. So we like to say that there's 2 different types of aid. We do need-based aid and then merit-based aid. All of our students, 100% of our students get some sort of tuition assistance here at Springfield College. So the merit-based aid is based off your grade point average. So we recalculate your GPA based off of all your classes. And then it tells us what scholarship you'd be able to get. So feel free to add Springfield College on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. We also have an Instagram and a Facebook page for the class of 2025. So you can see some awesome features about students that have already been accepted to Springfield College and stay involved that way. You're also more than welcome to email me if you have any specific questions that you don't want to drop in the chat or that you might think of later. I'll go ahead and drop my email into the chat box for you all. And thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you at Springfield College. All right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. The next school you will hear from tonight is Otis College of Art and Design.
I did the thing where I was on mute. Hi, everybody. My name is Marie Claire. I am with Otis College of Art and Design. My Wi-Fi is a little bit funky, so if there is some freezing, I apologize, but you can ask any questions in the chat or Q&A. But here we go. We are Otis College of Art and Design, and we are located in Los Angeles. So basically, we're all the way on the other coast. We are in LA, and we've been here for over 100 years. So that basically means our programs have been very deeply rooted, and we also have really strong relationships with all of the industries that our arts majors and design majors apply to. Like I said, we are in LA. LA is a really big city, so specifically we're on the west side, which means we're very close to the beach. That's always lovely when you need a break from the studio or from your classes. You can hop on over to the beach. We also have a nearby university named Loyola Marymount University, and this is great because we have a partnership with them where Otis students can take any kinds of academic classes that we might not offer at Otis for free at Loyola Marymount. So that is available for every Otis student. And here you can see our campus. It's actually quite small, but what I like about it is it doesn't feel constricting. It feels very communal. It makes it a tight-knit community. And it's really compact, so you're not like running 20 minutes to get to a different class. We do have housing on campus. We have dorms right here that are dorm style, like 2 beds to a room. The bathrooms are not like shared by the hallway. It's for each apartment, there's a bathroom, which is awesome. So we do have these dorms. Usually freshmen and sophomores live here, but the dorms are available for all 4 years. And we also have dorms in this apartment complex across the street if you want something that's a little bit more apartment-like. So that is our campus. And one thing that I will share is we have this wonderful list of all the things Los Angeles has to offer, but the number at the bottom is important because I know that when I was in high school, I really wanted to study art and design, but I was scared because everyone said I wouldn't get a job in it. And the truth is, you can definitely get a job in art and design. You just really need to go to a school that offers the important classes about business and the business of the industry you want to go into. And that's something that Otis really focuses on. So community-wise, we are really small. We only have about 1,000 students total and 400 faculty. So the student to faculty ratio is actually 2.5. It's really small. That means your class sizes are going to be really small, more one-on-one time for projects, more time for questions and answers, and you're going to be, again, creating stronger relationships with your classmates. We're also ranked number 10 for student diversity in the country. So we are the 10th most diverse school, not just art and design school, but university in the whole country. And that's something that we take really seriously. So students from all different backgrounds, as you can see, are coming to Otis. But what I appreciate is whenever I talk to current students, they always tell me that the community of people is important and makes a huge difference for them. So that's something to consider no matter what kind of school you're thinking of attending. So these are our 7 majors at Otis. Every single one graduates with a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and we are a 4-year university. But at Otis, freshmen are undeclared and take foundational art and design classes, then start their major sophomore year. So you actually have time to choose once you're at Otis already. The one thing I will mention is that these orange ones are areas of emphasis within a department, so you would get even more specific information and major detail when you're in those areas of emphasis. At the end, I will put a link into the chat that's a video where you can meet each of the chairs of the departments and learn about each one even more. But all of the departments at Otis are very industry oriented, and a lot of the curriculum is not only learning how to be a good artist or designer, but a strong, again, business person, business owner, things like that as well. So 93.5% of our students are employed or in grad school within a year of graduating, and 94% of them are working in what they studied. So it's not students like, oh, I have to get a job to pay the bills. They're really getting to work in what they majored in, what they want to, and 40% of students actually have jobs before they even graduate. This is a small list of the different companies that Otis alumni are currently working at. And as you can see, there's some really big name companies, and they're also spanning all the different majors. Over 100 different companies come to Otis College of Art and Design to recruit our students because they know that we are awesome. And also because they know that Otis students have all the skills they will need to be successful. So when you apply to Otis, we have an online application. Freshmen are on the Common App, and transfer students will actually have their own application. Every student needs a 500-word personal statement. We'll have transcripts from high school and any college classes if you've taken them. And we do require a portfolio of 10 to 20 images of art or design work that you've made in the past 2 years. You can find out all about that at how to apply. And we do not require SAT or ACT scores. So those are totally optional. Those scores can help with scholarships, which we offer at Otis, and we offer scholarships and financial aid. So those 2 things together can give you a lot of help when it comes to paying tuition. And these are the deadlines every single year. If you happen to be a senior now, you have about 2 weeks until our deadline this year. You can apply after this deadline, but you won't be given the same opportunity for scholarship. It'll be a little bit not as generous with the scholarship because there's a deadline. So that's a pretty heavy deadline for scholarship, but you can still apply after February 15th. We've also created this page that we're really proud of, which gives you as many opportunities as possible to connect with us virtually, including portfolio development sessions that is us for free, giving you all the advice on what to put in your portfolio, transfer information, financial aid information, and you can tour the school virtually and make one-on-one appointments with admissions counselors like me. You can also chat with current Otis students, and I'm going to put another link into the chat at the end that is kind of our attendance. So you will know that you can get more info about Otis if you fill in that link. But that is it, and you can see all my information right here. I will be putting those links into the chat, and I thank everyone for your time. Hope my Wi-Fi worked.
It worked great. Thank you so much. Our last school of the night that we will hear from, Wesleyan University.
All right. Hi, everyone. So I'm Ashley Laurie, Senior Assistant Dean of Admissions at Wesleyan. Firstly, our location. So we are in Middletown, Connecticut, and as the name suggests, Middletown, almost in the middle of the state. It is this quaint, essential New England town right next to the Connecticut River, about 20 minutes north to the state capital of Hartford, 30 minutes south to New Haven, the home of Yale University, and about 2 hours in each direction to Boston and New York City. So you kind of have those advantages of a small college town while having the access to major cities. So Wesleyan at a glance, in terms of our population, we have about 3,000 undergraduate students, so reasonably small, and they hail from all over, right? We are a small but very global campus, so all 50 states and about 55 different countries all across the world. Just a year or two ago, we got our first students from Cambodia and Burundi. So really coming from all over the globe. And something that makes us a little bit unique as a small liberal arts and sciences institution is that we actually have graduate students, about 250 students pursuing the natural sciences, math, and ethnomusicology. And certainly one of the advantages that we have for that is that undergraduates wishing to do research get to assist graduate students with their lab work in the lab space. Another part of having such a small population, we have an average about 8 students to a faculty member and over 400 teacher scholars. So again, all of the advantages of a small institution. In terms of our curriculum, I think the most important thing that students like to hear about is that we are an open curriculum school. So there are only 2 things you have to do to graduate from West: complete at least 32 course credits and select at least 1 major. That's it. So you don't have to do any class that you're not interested in. We don't have any core distributional requirements. So every class that you take, it's because you're interested in it, and you really get to span across the curriculum and to tap into things that you may be interested in right now, or maybe never got to try before, but really want to give a go for the first time. Research is very important at Wesleyan, so really emphasizing research in the natural sciences and humanities and the fine arts across all of our academic divisions. Just to set some context for you, on average, we get funding for research at about a 2-to-1 ratio compared to our liberal arts peers. Every year, the National Science Foundation gives a lot of funding to about 130 colleges and universities all across the country for research purposes. Wesleyan alone gets over 50%, over half of the NSF's annual funding. So again, a really important part of the Wesleyan experience. Student life. So we have over 250 clubs and organizations. We do play Division III sports. We're a part of the New England Conference, NESCAC. But as you can see, it ranges. You can tell from the photos. We have cultural clubs, so the usual suspects, but then some really neat and quirky ones that I wasn't expecting when I moved over about a year and a half ago from New York City. To my left, you see Prometheus. That is the fire spinning club. So cultural organizations, academic ones, outdoor hiking ones, pretty much everything you can think of. And if there is something that you wish to see on our campus that doesn't necessarily exist as yet, you can certainly work with the Student Life Division to create your own clubs. Residential community. So our students are required to live on campus. We do guarantee housing for all 4 years, and we employ a progressively independent model. So that means that you start off in the dorms where everything is done for you, everything is clean for you, everything is taken care of. And then as you increase in class standing, you have options like the apartment complexes, the wooden framed houses, etc., where you're really living independently and having all the responsibilities of your own home, if you so wish, with the ideal that by the time you graduate, you would have had the experience in living independently already and being ready for the outer world. Social impact. So social justice is very, very huge at Wesleyan, again, across all disciplines, all types of social justice initiatives. I don't think that it's accidental that Lin-Manuel Miranda, who created Hamilton, the musical, is a graduate of Wesleyan, and really thinking of the diversity that you see in that artistic space. A lot of that drive in those works actually got started during his time at Wesleyan. So diversity, equity, and inclusion, very, very much a hallmark of the Wesleyan experience. Our alums, the alum base kind of speak for themselves, as you can see, spanning a variety of different sectors. D.B. Weiss, co-creator of Game of Thrones, a Wesleyan alum, Lin-Manuel Miranda, like I said. So really thinking that this is a place where you can come and study and have a broad-based liberal arts education, and then go off into any field that you're thinking of. What you major in doesn't have to determine what your career outcome is going to be exactly. Some quick admissions and financial aid logistics. So we actually accept 3 types of applications: the Common Application, Coalition, and QuestBridge. We are a QuestBridge partner institution. We do have 3 deadlines, so early decision 1 or early decision 2. We do not distinguish between those 2. It is completely up to you, or you can pursue regular decision. We are test optional. We have been since 2014, so that is not going away once the pandemic ends. And we are incredibly fortunate to meet 100% of demonstrated financial need for all of our admitted students. And you can feel free to find out more at bebrave.wesleyan.edu. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much. It's always such a joy to hear about all of your schools. I think we have time for one group question. I will act as the host to ask. I'll ask our reps to turn cameras back on, and we will ask in the order of that we went with. But the question that I have right now is, what advice or tips would you give to someone going through the college search process right now?
I think one piece of advice is to pick at least 3 priorities that you are looking for in your future school, whether that be a specific program, a specific club, or a social justice issue initiative you're looking to be part of. This will allow you to ask specific questions to your admissions counselor and make sure that you're happy at your potential future home for the fall.
I would definitely recommend that you all prioritize and kind of differentiate between the different types of schools that you're looking to apply to. So maybe have some schools that are within a close distance, but also kind of categorize them maybe as some safe schools, some reach schools, and then, you know, again, prioritize them based on where they are located geographically.
Yeah, just to follow up with that, I would definitely do your research on each and every school. You know, make sure the classes are going to be your top priority, and just see everything that that school has to offer.
I suppose maybe adding on to that, you know, not being too dissuaded by the fact that we're in a virtual space. I know that's been a huge hit to students not being able to visit campuses physically, but definitely, you know, all institutions across the country, they've really been innovative in coming up with virtual engagement methods. So still take the virtual tours, take the informal chats. If interviews are available to you and you feel it's a good shot, you interview well, give it a go, and do not hesitate to reach out to your admission representatives. We are here to help, and especially in this time, we want to make sure that we are serving you as best as you need it.
I would also say that when you are applying to colleges, take time in your application process. Make sure that we can really see some information about you and get to know you as an individual through your application. So take time with your essay. If there's supplemental questions, take time answering those questions. Be as thoughtful as possible, because when we are looking at applications, I know at least at Springfield, we're looking holistically. We're not just looking at grades. So if you've been involved in clubs, organizations, done volunteer work, you've worked, put all that information inside your application.
And to add on to all of those wonderful pieces of advice, if you're applying to a school like Otis that has a portfolio or like a visual element, always reach out to the admissions counselors because we will help you. It's not just like, we'll submit it and we'll never look at it. We are here to help you in the process. So if you wanted to show us, hey, this is the order that I'm thinking of. I don't know if I should put in this piece. I don't know if I should put in this series. We're here to help. We're really here to just make it easier for you. So that goes for every school. We're here to make it easier for you, but please do not be afraid to get in to help.
And I suppose I'll add on to, because I know this is a big one, never scratch a school off of your list before you even give yourself a try, just because you think you won't be able to afford it. You know, the price that is advertised and what you're going to end up paying, most times there's quite a gap between that. So if you feel that you're interested in this place, go ahead, throw your hat in the ring and then see where things pan out, because you never want to, you know, live with that life of regret of, if I would have gotten in, or maybe I should have given it a go, I wonder how things would have turned out. Take it one step at a time and actually give yourself a chance and see how things pan out.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much. Those are wonderful tips. Well, once again, a thank you to all of our reps who took the time to be here. Thank you so much. This was fantastic. Thank you to the students who are here. It is a fantastic step, and we are thrilled to be on this journey with you. A couple notes just as we wrap up. As you close out your screen, a survey will pop up. If you could take that, that would help us a lot. Sign up for more sessions. There is one more going on tonight, but obviously there are plenty more in the world of your college journey. Please take the time and really lean into the joy of looking for the school that is right for you. Like we had said at the start, this will be filmed. It was filmed, and you can find the link to it at the same place that you signed up in about a week. So please feel free to look back, take some notes, look at ones that you couldn't be here for. But once again, thank you all so much. Have a good night, be safe, and be well.